Hometown to me is wherever you are. So for me, going to college, those 4 years, that's your hometown. That's where you live, that's where you spend all your time, and those people are your community. I went to a small high school, so definitely I wanted to go to a small school. So I went to Juniata College, which is a small liberal arts school, most aptly known because it's not far from Penn State. So most of the Penn State folks are familiar with Juniata. And when you're a class of 300 and you've got about 1,200 students total in the college, you know just about everybody. And you get to know everybody over those years. So you have your, local friends who are probably the people that you are in class with and do things with. You have your outskirt friends, maybe the ones you go to church with or certain other groups or activities. And then you have periphery folks that you see every once in a while. You never know at any time who amongst those people are going to be your hero. So what now I look back on is a very funny story. At that time, it was not so funny. So my junior year, I'm in vertebrate zoology, and everyone's looking forward to our fall road trip. We're on our way down to Wallops Island. So of course, you've got minivans full of college students, which is usually never good, heading down to the island to do studies at the shore, which is cool. One of our first places, getting out of town, getting out of Pennsylvania. It's kind of like spring break, but in the fall. So we were all looking forward to getting out, having a good time. It's just our professors, about 20 of us students, a couple lab techs. And it's going to be fun. It's going to be eating and music on the road trips. Of course, then it was still tape decks and fun things like that. And arguing about who is radio control, who's driving, all that fun stuff. So amongst all of this, I have some of my really close friends that I'm still in touch with today. Then there's the kids that are, in your class, but you really don't know, but you know by name. I know, Galen's in rugby, and Brian does like other sports stuff, but club stuff, he's like ultimate frisbee, and Joanne does some theater things on the side. And you have all these people that you kind of know, but you bond a little bit closer at these kind of events. So we get ready. It's pouring rain the first day. We're outdoors kids. As an environmental major, you take it. You go out, you have fun, you do your work, you enjoy the things that you do. You're taking samples. This is like the first time that you feel almost professional because you're out there, you're using the big equipment, and you're actually like recording things. I'm like, okay, this is what I'm going to do later in life. I got to be able to do this. So then becomes the day where it's beautiful out, it's cool, but it's not too bad, and it's time to head to the tidal marsh. So you go, we get there, and we're like, okay, guys, we're wearing all our muddy clothes. We're getting ready. We got our shoes tied tight. We got our dirty clothes. We got clean towels, clean clothes in the vans. He's like, we're just going to go investigate. This is an immersion field trip. We are going hands-on into the mud flat. So not so bad. It's low tide, so the water's low. You can kind of see some little bumps and things like that in the topography. So we're all walking in, and first person steps in and sinks a little, and everyone starts laughing. You come back, you're all muddy. First hand goes in, and then, again, mud flinging. All kind of fun stuff ensues. So then we're actually starting to study things. We're looking at mussels, and we're talking about tide and relationships. And everyone's like, okay, we have to cross this little river type area that's got a little bit of water in it. We'll get together on the other side, and then we'll kind of get our coursework together. So everyone starts walking, and we're at low tide. So low tide means less water or no water, which means more mud, which means less buoyancy. So when you're crossing this mud flat, you got a little bit of water, but as you go, it starts getting harder and harder to lift those legs. Then it gets to the point where I'm lifting my leg and my knees are bent. I'm basically kneeling in the mud and I can't put my feet down. This is where panic sets in. In my head, I'm going, I can't move. Breathe. Put my hands in. Trying to push myself up. All I did was push myself down. So in the meantime, I'm watching everybody else around me. A couple people with some trouble. Eventually, everybody's over there. Nobody's behind me. And they all turn around and look at me. And I'm like, hey guys, can you help me? Trying try not to freak out, because at this point, it's almost full panic attack, because I can't move. I've been lucky to pull my arms up, and I'm okay. And they're like, okay, don't stop moving. Number one, stop moving. They send the rugby boys. So here comes Galen and his buddies, who, I kind of know, but didn't really talk to that much. They did their lab thing, we did our lab thing. I get these guys, they're like, okay, stand still. I'm like, oh, where am I going? Get their arms up underneath my armpits, 2 on each side of me, and they're just like, just do it, we're gonna pull you up, just try and move your legs. And it wasn't until you hear that that I am free. But then I still freak out because I gotta get over there, and I'm like, I'm going here. I will listen, just yell. So eventually they did get me with the other group. I made my way back around. I found a better way to get back. And I made it. So now I look back and it was a funny story. But you don't know in your community who you're gonna rely on and who are gonna be your heroes. So for the rest of that semester on, we had a little inside joke with the guys. They were very helpful, and they weren't that bad to be friends with. They were very cool, so I appreciated them. And in that hometown, in my hometown college, they were my heroes at that moment.